Hello and welcome to Clarity. I wanted to spend a minute talking with you about the idea of protect. How do you understand, prioritize, and reduce risk? Because in the end, I always thought as a cybersecurity professional myself, my job was to attempt to reduce risk for my organization within one primary dimension, cyber. Our network structures, our connectivity, our data. And I did that in my previous life as a part of the government within the Department of Defense. But it's not unique to the government and it's not unique to the military. I think every organization out there is trying to understand, how do I make sure I understand the risk that I'm dealing with? Because I think for almost all of us, doesn't matter again, if you're in the private sector, if you're in the government, there's never enough time, there are never enough resources. So life is all about trade-offs. It's all about prioritization. As a cybersecurity professional, it's about understanding risk. Because once you understand risk, then you can start to make smart choices. You can start to prioritize. You can start to overlay cyber risk with your business operation, with what your organization is trying to do in the first place. And you can bring that OT, that IoT, and those IIoT elements together in a coherent way that lets you prioritize and plan to figure out how you can maximize those cybersecurity resources you have and where your holes might be, where your risk might be. And so I think protect and understanding risk becomes incredibly important for organizations. And all too often to me, we don't think about cybersecurity broadly enough. We don't think about it in broader terms of risk. Because I would argue, even if a CIO and CISO isn't inclined to think about cybersecurity in those ways, an individual who now finds himself sitting on boards, advising companies, I guarantee you, your company leadership, your board of directors, your company's advisory board, that's all the way they think about cybersecurity. It's all about, this is an element of risk to the organization as a whole. So how do we understand it? How do we identify that risk? How do we mitigate it? How do we prioritize against it? So I think that's a good framework, if you will, thinking about risk for any cybersecurity professional to kind of build on build and create that strategy.